There is a moment when the world stops, when the words hit your ears, but your mind refuses to process them. Someone you trusted completely has just driven a knife into your back. This isn't just pain, this is the complete shattering of reality. Everything you believed about loyalty, about people, about yourself, crumbles. Betrayal doesn't just wound you. It murders who you used to be. The naive person who trusted blindly, they're gone forever. And in this moment of devastation you face a choice. The first path leads to bitterness. To letting this betrayal poison every relationship, every dream, every hope. The second path leads to strategic wisdom. To transforming this agony into the greatest education you'll ever receive. Machiavelli understood this moment better than anyone. If you're finding value in this, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Building on what we covered, there's a deeper principle at work here. Machiavelli learned something most people never do. Trust is not binary. It's not all or nothing. He trusted people with specific things, never with everything. When his closest allies turned against him, he wasn't shocked. He was prepared. Because he expected nothing from anyone. This isn't cynicism, this is strategic awareness. Cynicism poisons your judgment. Strategic awareness sharpens it. You can love someone and still protect your core interests. You can maintain relationships without giving away your power. The secret is compartmentalization. Share your joy, but never your complete strategy. Give people access to your heart but limit access to your plans. This is how you survive betrayal before it even happens. Building on what we covered, here's where most people destroy themselves after betrayal. They let their emotions drive the ship straight into the rocks. Machiavelli understood something profound about human nature and crisis. Your emotions are not your enemy, but they are terrible advisors. In that first moment of betrayal, your brain is flooded with chemicals designed for survival, not strategy. This is when you must become a scientist of your own experience. Machiavelli called this the view from the mountain. You step outside yourself and observe the betrayal as pure information. What does this betrayal tell you about power dynamics? What weaknesses in your position did it expose? What miscalculations did you make about human nature? Every emotional reaction you have right now is data about your own vulnerabilities. The person who can think clearly in chaos has already won half the battle. This detachment isn't coldness, it's the ultimate form of self-respect. Because you refuse to let someone else's choices determine the quality of your decisions. Now that you've mastered emotional detachment, it's time to learn Machiavelli's most dangerous skill: reading betrayal before it strikes. Betrayers always reveal themselves through micro-behaviors that most people miss completely. The first sign: sudden changes in communication patterns. They become either overly formal or suspiciously casual. Second sign: they start asking questions they never cared about before. Your finances, your plans, your weaknesses suddenly fascinate them. Third sign: they begin creating distance while claiming nothing has changed. But Machiavelli understood something deeper about betrayal. Self-interest always reveals itself if you know where to look. He created a simple system for categorizing everyone in your circle: the loyal, the conditionally loyal, and the opportunists waiting for their moment. The opportunists always give themselves away through one fatal flaw: they cannot resist positioning themselves for maximum gain while minimizing risk. Once you see the pattern, you'll never be blindsided again. Now comes the crucial part: your strategic response. Now comes the moment of truth. You've identified the betrayer. You understand their playbook. The question isn't whether to respond. It's how to respond without becoming the very thing that wounded you. Machiavelli understood this paradox better than anyone. Power without principle is chaos. Revenge served hot burns everyone, including you, especially you. But revenge served strategically, that's not revenge at all. It's justice wrapped in patience. First principle: create distance, not emotional withdrawal. Strategic positioning: you withdraw your trust, your vulnerability, your expectations, but never your awareness. Second principle: selective engagement. You choose when, where, and how you interact. You're not cutting them off. You're controlling the terms of engagement. Every betrayal is information. Use it. Let it reveal the weaknesses in your defenses. Where were you too trusting? Too naive? Too exposed? Third principle: strengthen your position. Use betrayal as the foundation for a fortress they cannot breach. Build better systems. Choose better allies. Create better boundaries. Your response becomes your reputation. Your character becomes your strategy. When you win without losing your soul, you don't just survive betrayal, you transcend it. Here is the paradox Machiavelli understood that most never will. The very betrayal that breaks you can become the foundation of unshakable power. But only if you master the ultimate transformation from victim to strategic architect. Every betrayal carries within it three gifts disguised as wounds. First, it strips away your naive illusions about human nature. Second, it forces you to develop emotional independence that cannot be shaken. Third, it teaches you to read people with surgical precision. This is how you build what Machiavelli called the inner fortress. A psychological stronghold that no external force can penetrate or destroy. Your emotions become tools, not masters. Your trust becomes strategic, not blind. You learn to care deeply while depending on absolutely no one. This is the ultimate Machiavellian paradox. Maximum love, zero dependency. The betrayer who wounded you has unknowingly created their greatest adversary. Not through bitterness or revenge, but through the cold precision of true power. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button and subscribe for more.